In the heart of a small village, in a humble home, lived a girl with golden hair like sunlight. Her name was Elizabeth. She had a big heart and a voice full of dreams, a voice that, when she sang, made the birds pause just to listen. But Elizabeth's father, a strict and cold man, believed music was sinful. He thought singing led the soul astray. So Elizabeth always sang in secret. At night, in her small room, in the dark with a broken pair of headphones, she wrote songs and whispered melodies. The only one who sometimes knew of her passion was her kind mother, who smiled quietly but never dared to speak against the father. One day, on the way to school, Elizabeth saw a poster on an old wall. "Do you want to be a legend? Send us your voice. We're ready." Her heart beat faster. She couldn't sleep that night. Her dream glowed brighter in her mind. The next morning, instead of going to school, she changed her path. She slipped through alleys and arrived at a small, cozy studio. She was scared. She hesitated. But when she stood in front of the microphone, she closed her eyes and sang. The studio producer stood behind the glass, silent, listening. After she finished, he simply said, "This voice is meant for the world. We'll submit your song to the competition. Wait for our call." Days passed. Elizabeth returned to her normal life. Until one night the television at home was on. A music video began playing, her song, her voice, but her face hidden. She held her breath. Tears welled in her eyes. She called her mother excitedly. They cried with joy together. But at that very moment her father was standing outside the door, and heard it. Furious, he stormed into the room. He shouted. He punished Elizabeth and locked her in her room. Her mother wept. Elizabeth sat alone by the window, staring into the dark sky. That same night, her phone lit up. A message appeared. "Your song is now the best in the city. You must attend the music festival. Your prize awaits." Her heart trembled. This was the moment she had always dreamed of. In the silence of night, she slipped out the window. Step by step, through the cold air, she walked away from home. She arrived at the festival. Thousands filled the hall. The lights, the sound, the energy. She stepped onto the stage. She stood still. Silence. Then she closed her eyes and sang. Her voice filled the entire place. Gentle, deep, full of emotion. The audience rose to their feet. They cheered. They called her name. Elizabeth was no longer a hidden voice. Her father, who had turned on the TV, watched that performance. He saw how his daughter moved hearts, how powerful she was. His face fell, his breath wavered, tears filled his eyes. He said nothing. Regret covered his face. And he waited. When Elizabeth returned from the festival, outside the house, in the dark, her father was standing. She froze when she saw him. Her legs weakened, but her father stepped forward. He bent down gently. His eyes were full of tears, and he said, "Forgive me, my daughter. You are my pride." Elizabeth cried. She threw herself into his arms. That night, a new star was born, a star that would never dim again. A voice once hidden became the echo of a nation's pride. If there's a light in your heart, let it shine, even if the world is still in the dark.